I am delighted to share with you happy days, sunny days, summer days, all of these with our brand new delightful dimensional cutting dies. As a matter of fact, let me show you what this will look like. And here is one example. And I am going to have a good time telling you how we created that foam on the ocean. Okay, won't you please come play with us? Well, the Delightful Dimensionals begins with this basic crosshatch. Now, you don't have to use this, but we do find that the dies work perfectly. And this collection is always a seasonal die. It's a way for us to celebrate sunny days. And let me just show you how you create that card base that I just showed you. So there are 4 dies in here. The directions, as always, are right on the back of the package. The package will keep all of your dies together, and that way you've got all the instructions. There is no glue necessary, which is interesting and different. And the card base is made like this. You can see these have slits in them, and they just slide together. So we have our arched back, and then we have a taller one and a smaller one are all on these crossbars. So and this folds flat for mailing, and it will fit in our regular envelopes just like this. It's made to fit our 5 by 6.5 inch cards. So everything is coordinated. So if you want to create your card base as Debbie has done on 3 of these cards, this is the base. But then we also have our sunny days. So this is appropriate for this time of year. You can see there are 8 dies. And you can see that we've got oceans, we've got a sandcastle, a pail, we've got our umbrella, as well as some sand. And all of these are shown right here. There is a card on the back, which is actually the card that I just showed you. So let me show you, and I want to point out some things. So you've got this chair to use, but the ocean, so here is the big piece for the ocean, and then here are the waves. So there is a secondary piece that just fits right on top, and you can see that. And by foam taping that top piece, you get more dimension. The sunny days is just right up in the sky. Look what Debbie did with the umbrella. So she die cut it out of brown, out of orange, and out of yellow. By the way, maybe I should tell you what she used, because that's always nice to know. She used the Tulip Parade solid cardstock. She also used the Tulip Parade patterned cardstock. These are 12 by 12. And you can see down here where some of that patterned cardstock came in handy. Also in the back, there's some texture. And on the back of her card, you can see more of the texture. So this is where you might want to write your message. Here she has used dazzles. She's done, it's interesting because here's the sand piece and that chair, as well as the little pail and shovel with it. And then on the front, just as that goes together, she used 2 colors on her chair and glued them together. The sandcastle is debossed, so let's get in really close so that you can see how that is going to show up. And she just took a velvet fawn ink pad and just lightly went over that to really accentuate the shadows of it. And same thing with the little pail. So very fun. But let's look at those waves and the foam that's on those waves. At the trade show a couple months ago, I was in Marva Yoshida's booth and saw this snow marker. Now, I'm kind of sure this has been around a while, but it was new to me, and we ordered them just in time for our sunny days. And all you do is brush it on. So let me open this up. You can see there's an applicator right there. You're just going to paint it on. Then you do use a heat gun to puff it up. And isn't that fun? So we're going to come back to that when we get into our Christmas and our snow seasons. But as an introduction, it's nice that you can have the waves splashing ashore. So you can see that's the big part of that die, this right here. So that's nice. I particularly love how Debbie did her umbrella with all of those different colors. Very, very nice. And fun that she used the second sand piece. On the back, foam tape that with the chair again, and as I said, the pail and some script dazzles. And again, as I said, this is going to fold flat to go into the card. Very fun. Okay, so that's our first way. Now, Debbie did several others, so let me show you this. I'm going to pop it up. And there's a seagull behind that umbrella, and we've got our sandcastle here. And in this case, she used these papers. So at the shore, our 12 by 12, that's where she's going to get all of this. Is going to be perfect to die cut. And then to get her solids, she used the coordinating at the shore solid cardstock. So you can see you're going to get lots of different colors in there. And doesn't that work nicely? Again, we'll get into that sandcastle really close. Look how beautiful that is. Really, really nice. Then on the back, she's done just the sandcastle there. She's put her sunny days right there. And for some reason, blue striped is just so much about the beach, isn't it? And this beach days and ocean waves, that's one of the cutouts of the 12 by 12 at the shore cardstock. So very nice. Okay, I'm going to pop that over and look at the starfish right there. So that's fun. Now I have another more. I've got two more. And here it is. This has got some surprises on it also. So let me show you. Well, number one surprise is the sunny days. Now, Debbie used, I guess we're just mixing snow and sand this time because she used the blue holographic snowflakes on her sunny days die. And that sheet is the free gift this month if you are a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, it's in the Money Saver. But look at this. Now let me show you what she used for her papers because I think it's pretty unexpected. She used X-ray flowers because it has some textures in it. And you can see the texture right here on the back and on the back side. That really shows that linen look very nicely. She also used the matching X-ray flowers cardstock to do her bucket, her umbrella, her sandcastle, and her waves. Now her waves, let me show you. Okay, so the waves are sparkly. And she used this. This is the Astro Paste. It's called Frostbite. And it's going to give you that sparkly look right in the back. So you just put it on. Let me open up the package here, this jar. You use a palette knife is what we use. And just to spread that on, you can see it's very soft. And just use that just to spread along the edge. That will work nicely. Then, and I hope you can see this because I can certainly feel it. Can we get in super close to this? Okay, look at that. That has a texture on it. And I thought it was interesting that Debbie used this piece, which we have labeled as for sand, but she used it for clouds. So this cloud is kind of gaining some water. I think it's going to be raining on that beach. And she used, appropriately named, the texture paste on top of it. So very, very fun. So lots of stuff going on here. And on the back, she has, again, this is a cutout from the X-ray flowers. And I love this sheet of paper that she used for the chair because it looks like it's corrugated. And there, again, is the sand that she used up here for the sky. So very nice, the sunny days. And this is a different look on her umbrella. She did it out of one color, and then she went back with her markers and colored it, as you can see, with the brown and the blue. Okay, again, it's going to go flat, so that's nice. Now, Debbie did one more. It's a very different look, and this is not on the dimensional. This is on a card that's flat. So this is our 5 by 6.5 inch card, and you can see the sandcastle. You can see what's going on right here, but look at that stained glass, and it came from, as you would expect, the 12 by 12 stained glass pattern cardstock with the coordinating stained glass solid cardstock. You see how that works for everything? And let me show you the sheet that she used. So she covered her card with this piece, and you can see it right here. So she covered it there, and then on the other side, she cut out this stained glass with the butterflies and glued it at the top. You can see the sunny days are right there. And we've got the umbrella, we've got 2 of the sand, 1 glued flat, 1 foam taped. Our sand castle, our pail, those are foam taped. And our chair is glued and foam taped in 2 places. On the inside, there's another piece from, let me show you right here. So this is the piece on the front. She used part of this for the inside, and all the sunshine you need. That's perfect, and that's one of the cutouts. Look, she put the little pail right there. Very sweet. And the sun and the sandcastle right there. So very nice. So, boy, there is a lot that you can do when you have sunny days at hand. And I bet you're going to come up with even more ideas. So this is over on the right-hand side as part of our, well, actually, over on the other side is this and the free blue snowflakes in our method of having snow and sand together in the same webisode. There is also, we have a subscription. Did I hear you asking about the subscription? I'm sure you did. Well, this is what it looks like. And what we do is every month we have a, as I said, a kind of a seasonal cutting die, as you can see by the sunny days. If you join the subscription, the very first month, you will receive both the basic crosshatch and the seasonal die. Then after that, you're only going to get the seasonal die. But every single time, you're going to get a free gift. And you're going to save 10% off the retail of those cutting dies. So that's going to be a really bonus. Normally, you will receive it ahead of the webisode, but this time there was a delay, and we will be receiving the dies just any moment, and we will get them out to you immediately. Hopefully you've watched the webisode, but in any case, you'll have lots of ideas. And when you get the die, you're going to have one idea right there, and that's fun, and that's the one that talks about the snow. So that'll be fun to have. Okay, if you happen to be watching us on YouTube, we hope that you will like us. We hope you'll subscribe and then join us. Pop on over to paperwishes.com. That's the only place that you can get this. It's not available anywhere else, but only right here at Paper Wishes. If you would like, take advantage of the Money Saver, and certainly you can look at all the products that Debbie used to create these wonderful cards, and lots of ideas to share with you. Okay, well, that's what we have for you this time. This is the launch of Sunny Days, and I want to thank you for joining us. I want to thank Debbie for, as always, putting a wonderful creative twist in every single thing that she does and showing us that you can have snow on sunny days. So that's a good thing to remember. I want to thank you for joining us, and most of all, for being part of our Paper Wishes family. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.